The former acting secretary for the Department of Homeland Security, Chad Wolf, joins us now. Chad, am I being too provocative? Am I wrong that we're giving this great country away to people who just want to come, they touch soil, and then they end up who knows where, unvaccinated, unvetted? What are your thoughts on this, sir?
Well, I certainly believe that the crisis and the numbers that we're seeing coming across that border are unsustainable. We continue to hear about large migrant caravans coming up from Central America into Mexico and headed for the southern border. And again, I think what's concerning, most concerning, are the pictures that we see, Americans see every day, which is the vast majority of these folks are being let into the United States. So they're being caught by Border Patrol, and then they're being released into the country every day. And then, as you mentioned, Eric, at the top of your segment, once they're released into the country, DHS has now given ICE new guidance that you can't remove them. They are now exempting whole classes of individuals that are here illegally from removal or from deportation. And so it's just, it's another way to get at amnesty, right? So they can't pass amnesty through Congress. This is almost amnesty by policy, making sure that most of these individuals will never be removed from the country.
It blows me away. On one hand, we have Mayorkas, allegedly, and there's two sources for NBC News, Mayorkas talking to other DHS officials saying worst case scenario, we might see 400,000 illegals enter the country in this month alone. And on the other hand, he says the directive is, if you catch them, unless they're doing something criminal, you let them go. I mean, are we not sending a massive signal to everyone who ever wanted to make a play for America? Do it now, because here's your open door?
Well, absolutely. That's been the signal, unfortunately, for 7.5 months now. Again, the DHS secretary time and time again talks about how the border is closed and the border is secure. But if the reporting is right and they're talking about worst case scenario of 350, 400,000, I mean, that's anything but closed or secure. And we saw it with the Haitians in Del Rio, that 12,000 of that 14 or 15,000 were released into the country. So, they continue to say one thing, but their policies and their actions continue to say a different thing. And that is what is driving these numbers month after month to continue to be at historic levels. And we really need a change in policy at the end of the day.
Chad, first of all, I don't believe anything they tell us. So when they tell us there are only 12,500 that they're released to America, I'm guessing it's probably 25,000 or some crazy number like that. But the other one that they admit to is that somewhere between 20 and 25% of the illegals that come across are sick with some form of disease. What if it's higher? What if it's only 20, 25%? We're talking hundreds of thousands over the course of a year of sick people, unvetted, likely unvaccinated, ended up in neighborhoods around the country. Is that a fair assessment?
I think it is. And I think this is really, it shows the inconsistent policy that the administration has. Of course, they have it on a variety of fronts, but really when we're talking about, there's reports out there that they're requiring Border Patrol to be vaccinated, or they perhaps could lose their job as early as November. And yet the Border Patrol agents that come across these migrants every single day, the migrants are given a choice on whether or not they want that vaccine. And if they choose not to, guess what? They're not quarantined. They're released into the country. And so having this disjointed policy requiring everyday Americans, requiring law enforcement, and now Border Patrol to have this vaccine mandate, but yet the migrants and these illegal folks that are crossing the border every single day are not playing by the same rules. It's the hypocrisy, and I think most Americans just look at this and shake their head and say, how's it gotten this worse?
Chad, we're gonna say thank you, dude, because you set us up for the next segment. We have the wife of one of those Border Patrol agents who's worried about losing his job for that exact reason. If he doesn't get a jab, he might get fired in November. Yet 400,000 maybe swamping our border in the next 30 days or so. Chad Wolf, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.